to another episode of Seymour Shenanigans. It's Seymour Shenanigans. Hey. We gon' shenanigans.
Hey.
We gon' shenanigans. Hey. Welcome back. Hey, y'all. Hey.
What up, y'all?
Yeah, so we hope that y'all have been enjoying our conversation so far. We've been enjoying talking about it. At least I have. What about you?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So today we're going to talk about does your in-laws affect relationships, right? Is that what I had said?
Ooh.
Does in-laws,
Yeah.
do your in-laws affect a relationship? And I'm thinking like maybe even from the standpoint of like, to the point of like, even at the very beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like marriage, whatever. So like, do their opinions, this is what I want to say. Does the opinions of your in-laws matter when it comes to relationships and marriage? I say hell no. What you say?
I say yes.
Oh, okay then. All right, well let's get into it. Okay, let's start with you. Why do you feel like the opinion of your in-laws matter when it comes to relationship?
Well, I say that because one, it all depends on the type of relationship sometimes that you may have with your parents. You look to them. They're the first people that usually that give you advice, have your best interest at heart,
Mm-hmm.
and like sometimes depending on they're your world, so they're gonna be able to see things sometimes from an outside and older, maybe more wiser perspective.
Okay.
On how this person may not be good for you and may be good for you and vice versa. So it's one of those things where sometimes when you meet this new person, you infatuated with them, you're not thinking straight. They may look at it and be like, oh,
you be in the Lulu land.
Yeah, like that person's not right. So now you be like, oh no, they good for me, blah 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 blah. And then after the honeymoon phase and wore off and all of that, you start seeing the stuff that your parents may be talking about, or they may say, "Hey, this person is good for you." I see them being in your future. You may be like, "Okay." I mean, I see it right now. We may be going slow, and then at that moment, it may hit you later on. You're like, "Okay, I see what my parents are saying. Like, I see that." Mm-hmm. So you may be able to take that advice. So it stems on your type of personality as well. Mm-hmm. I know me, I don't like going into hostile environments or being around that. So I know, like, for me personally, my family is important. My parents are important. So if they like you, it actually makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
So
I see that point. I guess I should have phrased it this way. Does in-laws make or break a relationship? Would you still say yes?
Yes.
Okay. And if your reasoning for that is different, we're gonna come back to that. Okay. So I say no. While I do agree with like some of the stuff that you said, I say no. Like I'm thinking like the grand scheme of things, I say no, because sometimes your parents just don't like nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like you have some parents that's out there that's like they absolutely don't like nobody you date. Like, let's think about like moms with their sons and fathers with their daughters, right? There are some mothers who feel like it ain't a woman out here that's gonna ever be good enough for their son, and then there are some men out here that's like, oh, and the men out there that's gonna be good enough for their daughter. You know what I'm saying? And so like if you take everything that your parents say to heart, then like you would never be in a relationship because you're too busy worried about how they feel, what they think, what they gonna say. When in reality, everything that your parents say ain't facts.
That's true. That is true.
You know what I'm saying? So like they could be saying one, and I'm not saying like ignore like the wisdom that they provide. I'm not saying that at all. But some things are just opinions, and you know what they say about opinions, right?
Opinions ain't facts.
And I wasn't even gonna say that, but you know that's the nice version, right? But it's like every opinion, it don't need to be taken to heart. So that's why I'm like, nah, I don't think in-laws make or break a relationship. And you're right that it does like make things easier if your in-laws do like you or like your spouse. You know, if your parents like your significant other, like let's start with the dating phase, right? Your parents can have your best interests at heart, right? But they can also be a bit condescending, and I'm not just talking necessarily your parents per se, but they can also just be like condescending or negative or whatever the case may be to your significant in the way that you don't see, but your significant other sees. And they can decide they not dealing with that. You know, if they're a person like me with boundaries, you know, especially at this stage in my life, it's like, who you think you're talking to? Who you think you are? Like, and you thinking it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you may be like, that's just minute. And nah, that's a big deal because how they show up now is how they going to continue to show up throughout the relationship. Overstepping boundaries and thinking they run the show and they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's why I was like, nah, their opinions don't matter. Their opinions don't hold that much weight to me because at the end of the day, you still grown. Your job is to leave and cleave to your spouse. You know what I'm saying? Not leave and still be cleaving them to your parents like you still on the nipple or something. You know what I'm saying? This ain't how that go. You know what
I feel you.
Right? And I say like even just taking it personal, like to our relationship. When we think about like when I met your parents, you met mine, right? I met your parents was cool. But baby, your mama's something else. Mrs. Seymour 1.0, because I'm 2.0. Because I married your son. This is the only way I come to 2.0. But 1.0. But you know your mama something else. She is a character. She is a character. And if I didn't have the wherewithal to be able to handle her and deal with that, baby, I would have got up out that jam a long time ago. You would not be married. Because your mama is a character. Okay, love her down. Love her to death. That's my girl. But she be having her moments. I be like, baby, is the cameras rolling? Am I lying or am I lying? Am I lying or am I telling the truth?
She be tough to handle.
It ain't even that she tough to handle. It's the dramatics, the theatrics that comes with it. And I know, the funny thing about that, right, is that for the longest, it was a running joke in your family, and I hated that joke. Or saying that I was a Lorna Jr. His mother's name is Lorna Jr., right? Because I act just like her, and I don't. Maybe a bit dramatic like her a little bit. I'll give her that, girl. We got that down pat, baby. Put us in the movie. CBS, Netflix, somebody call us because we got that down pat. But I'm like, no. We is not the same. We not at all. We are not the same. Let me use proper English. But like, you know, your parent, if going off of like that, like just interacting with them, like that's a lot. Everybody can't deal with your mom's personality. Just like I know everybody can't deal with my personality because I have a big, bold personality, and your mom does too. Mm-hmm. And so it was one of those things like, I see you. We see each other. You know what I'm saying?
On the same wavelength.
Right.
Oh, okay.
No, I ain't gonna say all that, but you know. You know, but it's some of those things like I had to, for me to decide if I wanted to even deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that just that ain't gonna work for everybody. Yo, dad, that's my boy. Papa Seymour, Paul. That's my boy. We like this. Locked in forever. I hang out with him. I used to hang out with him more than anybody. Go and pull up. Be chilling in his room. We watching the old TV. He's on the little lazy boy, laying down. I'm laid out in the bed like, what? Oh, we watch TV. Oh, it's time to go home. That's my boy right there. That's my little gossip buddy. And now and again we have our Monday gossip session about life.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, like when you think about like your parents, like I said, let them know, but like certain personalities don't mix well. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that could have been my personality and your mom's personality because they're very similar. They could have been recipes for disaster. You know, like like because I mean, if we being honest, your mom has also just had her moments where like she says things and you're like, girl, what you talking to? Girl, what? I am an adult here, just like you. What are we talking about here? And then it's like, she just a little old lady. No, I'm just playing. Y'all, she ain't no old lady. But it's just like one of those things where it's like, I know she don't mean no harm. You are like the golden child to her. Like, no shade to your sister, nothing. But like, you're just like her baby. And because I think it's two of y'all, right? Mm-hmm. They have a son and a daughter. Those relationships look very different for each parent. Your relationship with her relationship with you and then her relationship with your sister. So it's one of those things of like, you're her baby, and he was a mama's boy at that. If y'all didn't know, Jarvis was a mama's boy. I just want y'all, and the crazy thing, side note, I used to always hate dating mama's boy. Always. Because of what I just explained. Because of that. Because y'all be stuck to y'all mamas like y'all still on the titty and y'all grown as hell. And y'all mamas don't be knowing how to let y'all go. The only difference is you showed me throughout like our dating experience that, you do know how to, like, you know how to stand alone and like, hey, I ain't gotta hang out with them today. Like, we good. Like, I'm good. I know how to separate myself and be my own person. But yeah, I used to, child, if I found somebody who was a mama's boy, I'm out of there. Cause I'm not gonna compete with your mama. What is we doing here? You wanna argue?
Man. So yeah, that's definitely like could be for a person, depending on a person's personality, could be like a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Or a deal.
Yeah.
Know? So and that's why I said it depends on your person's personality.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I know, yeah, like you said, your personality, you're a bit more outgoing, a bit more bold and all that. Me, my personality, I'm a little bit more laid back, a little bit more carefree, so my personality meshes well with a lot more people sometimes, depending, because I was like, so it is what it is. Because if I'm doing something or I get mad or irritated, it's usually taking me a lot to get there. Mm-hmm. You're gonna set it right then and there at the point.
So your face with it, what? We're gonna talk about it now.
So that's where I think that differs. And it's like a thing with like her and my mom. Her and my mom are always like that. My mom's the same way. If she don't like something, she's gonna tell you right then and there what it is. So it was a little bit of that, whereas like you were seeing some of the similarities in each other.
Yeah.
And that's where that could be some sort of like, oh, okay, hold on. So versus where.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we didn't had our little standoffs a little bit. It wasn't major, thank God, but our little. Okay, y'all see what time it is. All right, let's go. Get your mama, because I'm gonna always respect my elders. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not calling her old, because she ain't old. Trust me, that lady be vibrant out here. But, it's the fact that she's older than me. She's an adult. She's a parent. So it's like, yeah, I'm always respecting my elders, but it be like, all right. I love you dearly. Let me go ahead and go on about my business. Right quick. Jarvis, take over. And the terrible part is, because I'm going to put you on blast, my boy. Lord. Jarvis don't take over. He just walks off with me. Sir, no, handle it. Say something. He be like, it's not that big of it. It ain't that big of a deal. Or, if we just don't, Jarvis is such a, if we just don't address the type of person, it'll just magically go away.
It's gonna go away.
It don't. It don't.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like conflict or anything at all. It'll be one of those things where we'll be talking and you maybe say 4 + 3 is 7. I may say 5 + 2 is 7. It may be the same thing, but I'm like, look, voices getting. We about to argue. I don't even. You right. I don't even feel like dealing with it no more.
Yeah.
So
I can't. And because you're not in conversation. I think that's also like just pivoting really quick. I think that's also like why we don't have argument because you're just like, okay, it ain't that deep. Whatever you said your point, I said my point, and we heard each other, and that was that.
Right.
And I think, and actually, and it's not like things aren't getting resolved. It's just like at the end of the day, most times people just want to get heard anyway.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I heard y'all receive it, I understand, and then vice versa, and then we're able to just like move on, and be like, okay, cool. As long as you understood what I was saying, I'm good. That's all I wanted to make sure you understood. Right. You got me. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, back to family. But what about you? Like your experience with my parents?
With your parents,
pretty easy going for you, right?
It was. Like I said, I'm a pretty easygoing person, so a lot of times my personality meshes well with people. When I first,
it's the second time he done said that, which means what he trying to say is my personality don't match well with people.
It doesn't. It doesn't. But it doesn't. When you have an outgoing personality, it may not be for everyone. I have a more laid back personality, so it meshes. There's more options there for me. So, and that's just a fact. That's no shade.
There's more options for me.
So I get along. I may get along with people.
Here?
Because I always tell people, when you think about it, she's actually the nice one.
I really am. I think that'd be another episode because that is, yes. I really am the nice one, and it took my family, some of my cousins, it was a hard time for them to believe that.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about that in another episode.
But that's another episode. But going back to when I met your parents, like, it was one of those things where I was like, when I met your mom.
Yeah, because you met my mom way before you met my mom.
Right. And we were strictly in the dating phase at that point. Like, It was very, like.
You met her early on.
Right, early on. So that's another thing. Like, I wasn't bringing someone around my family until I felt like we were good enough at that next level. Like, we had been dating for a few months before my parents actually met.
I actually didn't want to meet your parents that early anyway because I was like, I don't know. I think I told y'all that one time. I don't know if I even like this man like that. Oh no.
Well, I met her mom and her parent. I met her mom pretty much like within the first like 2-3 weeks.
Yep, you sure did.
And so it was one of those things where it was like, oh, hey, how you doing? You know, she's a very, very great mom, all that. Like, I wasn't like nervous or anything. Her mom is pretty much like her. She's a very outgoing personality. She's real good. She knows how to talk and handle herself. She's a very life of the party type of person. So it's.
Where did you get that personality from? She get it from her mama.
Exactly. So that helps because I'm like, okay, I see where she gets it from.
Yeah.
So we get along well. We get along great. I call her up. She be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. So, now she can talk. She definitely can talk.
Baby, Melissa. That's my mama name. Melissa. Be talking, baby. I got to put a time frame on her.
She is a talker.
Please, baby.
You call her like, hey, I was just calling to ask and see if you was doing okay. But man, that 5-minute conversation going to turn into 45 minutes to an hour. But it'd be...
Melissa, he trying to shade you.
And you don't even know that. You look up like, damn, you was on the phone for a whole hour. Didn't even realize. Because, that's a travel buddy. Like, I love their relationship that they have. And all that. It makes me like, in a little bit, they're like, I don't even look at it as like a mom-daughter relationship. I look at it as like almost like big sister, little sister. Because they're able to go hang out with each other, do things. And like, like we were just out for her birthday not too long ago.
Yeah, back in January. Yeah.
Right. So like we was able to.
She hit us outside.
Yeah, outside.
If y'all watch all the videos, y'all saw that video I made. She hit us outside, child. That little short I made, baby, outside. Right.
So we were good. So like we're good. Yeah. Like I love her mom. She's my bonus mom, my mom-in-law, mom in love. So we able to hang out. And I can call her and depend on her.
Yeah, you ain't never had no like issues with her.
No issues.
Or romance. Not even like, and I'm talking like even small.
No, none at all. You do it all.
She a neck out, boy. You stuck that way.
I was letting the people know what was going on.
Nah,
you know. And so when I met her dad as well, it was the same thing. That was he pretty much a very laid back type of personality. So we were able to cool vibe that way. We talk about almost some guy things, sports, doing those. So like we have that type of relationship where it's cool. Like when you see him, it's like, oh hey, what's up? How's it going? And all of that. So there's nothing wrong there. No bad blood. Like we're able to do what we do.
You met when did you meet him?
I met him a little later.
Yeah, because it was a minute.
It's been like, it was around the summertime when I first met him.
The summer?
Yeah.
Summer of 2018?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was longer than that, to be quite honest.
No.
Oh.
No, I was around.
My dad be missing in action. Like, he be in his own world. So that's something like, that was, I don't know why I thought it was even long farther than that, but.
So yeah.
Oh, cool.
And that was I first met him summer 2018, and we were good. Like there's nothing we had whenever we see each other. What were we doing? We went over to I think we were in the area. We went to go see her sister.
Oh, okay, that's good. I'm really trying to figure this out, cause like you really only see my dad at like functions.
Yeah.
That mean when I say that man be in his own world, he be in his own world. So that's why I'm like, what was we doing in that time? But yeah. What about like even? Where you going with that?
Yeah.
What about like even like beyond like in-laws, but like just extended families?
Extended
so like
family?
I guess you can include siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, stuff like that.
Absolutely. When everyone gets along and everyone likes each other, it makes it easy.
He's politically correct.
But also when there's so much where some people don't vibe. As long as there are boundaries in place and people respect one another and all that, things can still work. It just may be a little harder.
So, like, when you, because that was a general answer. When you met, like, my extended family, now, for those of you who don't know, I got, like, 3 sides to my family. Okay?
Yeah.
I got my mother's side, my bonus mom's side, and then my father's side. And so when you met them, whichever side you want to take, or all, did you at any point did you say, "Oh hell no, I ain't finna be bothered with these people"?
Not at all.
Or did you say, "Oh, I like it over here. They cool"?
It was actually I was like, "Oh, I like it. They're cool. Like we able to sit, laugh, talk. We have a drink together, vibe, social." And it's a great time when we do that.
A great time.
A real great time. A real great time. So
let me tell you. So my 3 sides of the family are all polar opposites.
They are. They are.
So my bonus mom side of the family is the party side. It's like we lit. Okay. My mom's side is like cool, like. Chill, we may be traveling, the cousins, and then like we chill. Mm-hmm. We don't get together that often, but that's what it is. And then my dad said, maybe they all missing in action. We see them once a year, that's Christmas. Because everybody is so scattered or too far, and they just don't come together that often.
Right.
So when I say all of them are polar opposites of each other, like legit. Which side you like hanging out with the most?
I don't know.
That was a trap. I wanted to see what you was gonna say, cause you know they gonna see this and they gonna be feeling the way if you actually chose a side, right? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, get them.
I like all of them.
Whoever. Yeah, I think it really just depends on what mood you in.
Depends on the mood, the occasion. It really depends on what type of headspace I'm in. Because I'm an introvert. Yeah. So it depends on how I feel like dealing with people that day and all of that at that time. So, but for the most part, they're all good. I hang with all of them.
Well, we know they're all good. Unless, I don't know, Jarvis don't be going outside, so that probably really mean he don't like y'all.
If that's the case, I don't like nobody, yeah.
He really don't. I just want y'all to know that, but he would never tell y'all. Well, he just told y'all, never mind. I ain't got him on the camera, on the 4K. Okay. So So you feel like when you met my extended family, you just felt welcome.
I just felt welcome.
Yeah,
they were very welcoming. They were interested in me, like asked me questions. Like it was a very conversation, and it wasn't no like.
It was a very conversation.
A genuine conversation. It was never no like who you? What you doing here? What you got? Oh, like they weren't questioning me like no 21, like I was in a police interrogation or nothing like that. I didn't feel any hostility.
Right.
It was always very welcoming. So
because I think you got to meet them. Well, at least like my mom's extended family, like my cousins in them. Thanksgiving of 2018.
I did.
Yep. I think you got to meet them then because we had Thanksgiving at your parents' house, and then you had to come back to the city to see Mama. That's when you met my cousin Afila and them for the first time, and Paul and them. Even though everybody was leaving by the time we made it back, but yeah, we sure did.
Yeah.
I think your family, your extended family, they love me. I think they all love me. I'm just saying, why are you laughing? Is it not true?
Oh, it's true. It's true.
I go knock on all their doors.
Oh no, they love it. They be every time I talk to them on season. Hey, they always asking about you. So they even call. Hey, I was calling to see what you was doing.
I told you. Yeah, no, it's true. Now, yeah, I think, and your extended family is a lot smaller than mine. At least the ones who you interact with on a regular basis is a lot smaller than mine.
Absolutely.
So it's like you guys are such a tight knit ordeal, which is great because one thing that I always said that whenever I got into a relationship or I got married, I want to be married to somebody who has a really close relationship with their family because I'm family oriented. Clearly, I have 3 sides of my family, and we hang out and do all those different things, just depending on. I think the only thing that was like eye-opening or odd for me is that like you and your sister don't have like a really close relationship. Like y'all are close, but y'all don't have like a really close relationship. Versus like me and my sister, we every day. Good morning, sister. Good night, sister. Love you. Bye. Like you know what I'm saying. I be like, you talk to your sister? No. Okay, mind my business. But no, I think that was the only thing that was like, oh, okay, cool. Now, granted, I got other siblings. Don't talk to them like that. Age gap wise. But I was like, oh, this is different. That's your favorite word. Different?
It is. Different.
But, yeah, so, I mean, I feel like, to wrap it up, like, family, I personally don't feel like, I do feel like for some people, in-laws can make or break a relationship. But I also feel like they also shouldn't make or break a relationship, just depending on, what's happening. You know what I'm saying? What's going on. If it's like toxic, then yeah, we about that jam. I'm not gonna stick beside you because F you and your family, right?
I'm gonna tell you, get out, get out.
But if it's just like little minor stuff, it's like whatever. I can check you. We can agree to disagree. We understand whatever and keep it moving. Then, it is what it is. It ain't that deep, right? But I don't know. That's my thing. But yeah, anything else you want to add about that?
No, I'll also just love and appreciate your family while they're here. There's a lot of things that may go on in this world. You will just love and appreciate your family, the times that you have with you, your family, and all that. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, so let's take it to the question of the day for the Black Love question.
All right. What's your favorite family tradition?
Ooh, that's hard because I really don't. I feel like my family don't really have like family traditions or it ebbs and flow. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to always get together every summer, for like our family reunion. But then, as the elders continue to get old, they kind of died down. And then when a lot of like my age group, everybody moved out of state.
Right. So
it's not that many of us still here. And everybody be having their own life. They don't really like planning or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really got none. Aside of like, I guess like my bonus mom side of family, like we get together every year for like major holidays for the most part. But that's it. I ain't really got nothing. What about you?
Uh, for me, I like Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I like, so for Thanksgiving, my mom, she cooks every year for Thanksgiving. We get to go over there, have a good time. All my extended family comes. We're able to talk, bond, because we may not have seen each other in the last while. So we're able to talk, bond.
Last while. What is happening today?
And keep it moving. Like, it's a very great time for us to bond together and be thankful that we have each other and eat some good food.
Yeah. I guess, well, you know what? I guess actually, the tradition that we actually started, um, we have a pre-Christmas Eve celebration, right? Because Christmas Eve we're usually at my bonus mom house. Christmas Day we at my paternal grandmother's house because that's her birthday. Mm-hmm. So we have a pre-Christmas Eve celebration where we host at our house.
Right. And
it be lit, baby. This whole house, y'all see all this right now? Yeah. This was my party. This is actually my party room. But I have fully furnished this room, and I think the people is gonna be mad when it's time for the party. Cause
the question is, where you gonna be?
Where the party gonna be at, huh? Where's the party gonna be? We'll figure it out by the time December comes. But yes, this entire room will be transformed to whatever the theme is for Christmas. That's a tradition that I would say because we started. That's something that we started. And God willing, we can keep it going every year.
And with that, it's her family and my family coming together as one, vibing together, having a great time, just bonding. And we usually do like white Santa gifts for people and everything.
Yeah, or grab bags.
So like it's very fun, very random, and we play games.
Baby, you can be competitive. Hi, I'm back. But yeah, so it gets competitive. But I think that's one of my favorite traditions so far. My goal is to create more because it's just a lot more stuff that I want us to be able to do as a family. Like one tradition I do want to implement is being out the country or out of town for New Year's. I want that to be the thing. So whether that's with our family or when we eventually have kids, like I think, because I mean, ain't nothing to do here in the Chicago area at this point. So I think that'd be dope. What's one tradition you want to implement at some point?
One tradition. That's a good question.
Well, you better think about it.
Yeah.
On that note, because I'm not got time to be playing with him. On that note, we hope y'all enjoyed this conversation. Like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments whether or not you feel like in-laws, families, opinions matter or make or break a relationship. Until then, you have enjoyed another episode of See More Shenanigans. See More Shenanigans. We go shenanigan.
Hey.
We go shenanigan.
Hey.